that's upside down. 2 seconds. That's better. We're off to a fantastic start. At least I noticed that it was upside down. I would have been so pissed off if I'd made the whole video and then noticed. I know I haven't made a video for a couple of days. I've been actually feeling a bit shit since yesterday, I think. Partly because of all the the COVID bullshit, but also just I have fibromyalgia, and that gets affected by mainly, my eyes are, when I have this on the front camera, it annoys me because my eyes are looking over there and they should be looking over there. I'll try my best. Yeah, my fibromyalgia, it's been pretty good throughout lockdown because I've mostly been forced to rest, and that's mainly what fibromyalgia needs. But I do get, when I do get flare-ups, and this video might be a little bit all over the place because I get the brain fog with it as well, and I can't think straight. The main things that will flare up my fibromyalgia are all related to stress, and whether that stress comes from just doing too much. Like I went for a walk 3 days running. That was too much for me. I'm seeing a lot in the media, on Facebook and whatever. And anytime you pick up your phone, there's a lot of really good positive stuff which I'm trying to concentrate on. But there's also just so much ignorance and fear-mongering and just people posting bullshit without fact-checking. And it propagates because there's so many people out there who only want to whinge, and they're just so fucking self-absorbed that they can't think outside of themselves. You'd think that they were the only people who'd lost their job, or the only people who have to stay home, or so they bitch about their freedom being taken away from them, and they bitch about dictator Dan, and fuck me, these are the people who were whinging at first. Oh, we're in this predicament because Dan didn't do enough. He didn't lock us down like when he was supposed to. So then Dan locks us down. Oh, he's taking away our freedom. He's doing too much. It's unnecessary to have this much stuff taken away from us. So then it gets relaxed. And oh no, he's doing the wrong thing. He's relaxed it too soon. We're just going to go backwards. And just every single time this man does something in these fucking unprecedented times, so it's all new for everyone, they're jumping on it. And these are obviously people who just fucking want to whinge about everything that happens. So I'm seeing a lot of that in Facebook. I'm having people, and hopefully no one is seeing this bullshit. Hopefully I'm getting it before anyone sees it. But I'm having people post shit on my videos, conspiracy theories. And as I said, hopefully no one sees that. Hopefully I'm getting on that and blocking them and deleting them and all that sort of shit quickly, because I just don't want that shit on my YouTube and on my Facebook. You would not believe how many people I have blocked because I don't want that shit in my life. I don't want to have to put up with that. And that stresses me, seeing that, people talking about protesting for their freedom. All that's going to achieve is, it's like, when you're in school and there's the really naughty kid and the teacher goes, right, because, little so-and-so's been a little so-and-so, no one's going out at playtime. That's what they're doing. These people going out and protesting will spread it around more. There'll be another fucking outbreak, because I can guarantee these people going to protest will think that they have the right to not wear a fucking mask either. It's going to extend the lockdown and the restrictions for even longer, and then these very same people will be bitching because our freedoms are being taken away for longer. I'm so fucking over it. So over it. So, yeah, so yesterday and I can't blame it all on the COVID. A lot of it is just my own, my own DNA, my own biological makeup, my own issues that I deal with on a day-to-day basis. But I do have panic attacks, and I have times where I have like a lot of panic attacks. It's like a um, they come in a run, and they can happen for like, I can get one panic attack and then not have another one for months, or sometimes I can get one and then I'll have them every day for months. I went through a period a few years ago where I had a panic attack that just went for months and months on end, and it was fucking awful. It was unbearable. I mean, obviously bearable because I got through it, but at the time it was awful. So I am prone to panic attacks. That is part of my mental makeup. Although it's a now I can't think of the word for it. Not physical. I can't think of the word, but adrenal thing for me as well. When my adrenals get overwhelmed and they start shooting out too much cortisone, and I promise I will make a proper video on this, on the mechanism of how my anxiety works for me. But my adrenals get overloaded and then I have panic attacks. But I'm also oversensitive to a few foods that will cause panic attacks as well. I think it's almost like an allergy in my body, and it sets off panic attacks. And one of those foods is, not all licorice. Most licorice I can actually eat, thank God, because I love licorice. But there's an ingredient in some licorice. It's a particular licorice root that is present in some licorice, and aniseed, and a really nice licorice tea that I used to have that set me off on panic attacks for months. So I avoid all those. I don't even drink ouzo anymore, and I love ouzo because ouzo's got aniseed in it. But yesterday I had a real craving for black jelly beans, so I ate more jelly beans than I'm willing to admit on video. And then I had a panic attack after eating about 4 kilos of, no, it wasn't 4 kilos, but it was a lot. It was a lot of black jelly beans. Had a very bad panic attack, with chest pain and everything. And, of course, I think I'm having a heart attack, but I wasn't. And it took me hours and hours to get over that. I actually slept on my couch for about 3 hours. And when I nap, I don't nap for that long. A big nap for me is an hour. But having panic attacks exhausts you. So I had a panic attack, slept it off, thankfully. And I felt okay today. But I woke up this morning in a full-blown fibromyalgia flare-up with, just aching from head to toe. And it affects my movement as well because I'm so sore and stiff. Like, imagine if you went to the gym and you overdid it, and if you went to the gym and you overdid it, and then the next day, you've got that muscle stiffness. That's how I get with a fibromyalgia flare-up. So it takes me a little while to warm up if I've been sitting on the couch for a while or whatever. So that's where I'm at today, and just all the stress, just the fibro, and just so much negativity from so many stupid people, and when I talk about stupid, it's more ignorant and wanton stupidity, because I don't believe people can educate themselves now. It's all right here. I'm holding it in my hand. You can go and get information. It's all there. But people, and here's an example, because I don't want to go into all of the fucking conspiracy theories and the bullshit that's going around. But people who go on about, the government's got a cure right there in they call it ivermectin. But the number of times I have seen people who seem to know fucking everything talking about ivermectin. For a start, it's ivermectin. Get that straight for a start. Touting that as, the cure, and the government's hiding it from us. Why can't we use that? It's been proven that we can use that as a cure. No, it's been proven that, yes, it does kill COVID on monkey cells in a petri dish that if a human were to take the same, like the equivalent dose that would be needed to kill COVID, would kill them. Perhaps all those people who think that ivermectin or invermectin is a great idea should go and take it at the doses necessary to kill the COVID. Take themselves out of the gene pool. And that is just one example of the ignorant bullshit that I'm seeing. Because I see stuff, like I saw the thing about the ivermectin, and I thought, oh, well, that looks like an interesting development. I'll go and do some research on that because I can. I can use my own brains. And then you say, no, it's actually not a viable option at the moment, which is why the government's not using it. Now, they might, because they're talking about a triple therapy, including the ivermectin and zinc and an antibiotic, that they're investigating that. And maybe at some point that will become a viable option, but at the moment it's not. So the people they still go around propagating that stuff, and it's not useful. It's not helpful. It just spreads fear and conspiracy theories, and that sort of stuff undermines all of the really good work that the governments around the world are doing. It's not helpful. Anyway, as you can see, I'm in a pretty shitty mindset today, but I'll be fine. I'm just having a shitty day, and it's hard to feel positive and good when I'm having a fibro flare up, when I'm just aching from head to toe, and because of that I'm having to force myself to rest today and tomorrow, maybe the next day, as much as I possibly can, which means I don't get my kitchen cleaned, and I just feel shitty and pissy, and anyway, I promise, I try to promise, I'll pinky promise that my next video will be a bit more cheerful and a lot less whingy. And that's it for now. Oh, and if you're one of these people who wants to go and protest, there's no point even telling you not to, because you're going to, because you're too fucking stupid to know not to. That's all.